Hey guys, I'm Brianna, welcome back to my channel. So I'm very sorry that my schedule is so irregular. In my last video, I kind of explained the stuff that's happening in my life. So yeah, it's a little crazy and hectic. But today I'm showing you guys my November TBR. And it's very small because I don't expect to get through a lot because November is so crazy for me. I have play rehearsal till like 10:30 at night from after school till 10:30, which is crazy, and then my play, and then I have a wrestling. So it's kind of like a lot right now. But I wanted to share with you guys the books I ended up finishing on my trip in the last couple of days of October. So this book is Kiss My Boots by Harper Sloan. This is book 2 in the Coming Home series, and I love this. I gave this a 4 out of 5. It was such a nice read. It was very quick, and I really liked the main character, the girl. Her name's Quinn. This is kind of a continuation. It talks about the 3 siblings. So the first book was one sibling. The second book is the second sibling, which is a girl. Her name's Quinn. And she doesn't really love anyone after something tragic happened to her. Like, I guess her love like moved away and she didn't know why, and she just never had a connection with anyone else, and then he moves back and it's all about that, and I really loved it. The next book I read this on my flight to the college that I was visiting, which is the University of Tampa, and I finished this book on the way home and I loved it so much. It's The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. This I gave a 5 out of 5, but it deserves so much more. Like, if there was an 11 out of 5 star, it would so get that. But this is a dark fae book, and I absolutely love this book. It was so magical, so very, like, dark, it just in general. And I love the main character. She's very, like, spunky, but you can see how reserved she was and how shy she was after being in this world and kind of being underneath everyone else, because she's human in this fae world, and it's kind of her trying to adjust, and then you end up really liking this character, and then plot twist, you don't like him anymore, and it's such a good book, and I can't wait for the next one. It didn't give too much of a cliffhanger, which I did like, but it definitely leads you to believe there is a next book, which there is. I think it's called, I don't know what's the series is called, but this book was so phenomenal. Probably my favorite book in 2017, even though this comes out in 2018, is definitely my favorite book so far. I absolutely loved it. Definitely recommend it if you guys like the fantasy feel. So good. And the next book, which I'm currently reading, which I'll probably finish like 5 minutes after I film this video because I'm almost done with it, it's The Beauty of Us by Kristen Proby. I'm counting this in my October wrap-up with those other 2 books just because I'm almost done with it and it's good. It's more like a 4 out of 5 for me, just like her other series. I do like her series because they are like short, quick romances. They are new adults, if you guys don't know. This is the 4th book in the series, and there's 5 girls owning a restaurant, and each book is about one of the girls that owns the restaurant. This is about Riley. Riley is she's very like, to me, she's kind of like shy but outgoing at the same time. She's kind of like in the middle. It's like all about her and her like issues with the relationships and everything. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm on page 261 out of like 280, so I'm pretty much almost done. So yeah. So on to my November TBR. It's not really ambitious. I have like 6 books or so it's not like I'm going crazy, but some of the books I'm showing you guys are going to be in my October birthday book haul. I'm actually going out with my friends probably like in 2 weeks or so, and we're going to Barnes & Noble, but that will include the birthday book haul books because it's my birthday money I'm using, duh. But that should be up like mid-November-ish, so if you're wondering why I'm posting my October birthday book haul in November, that's why. But the first book I have is Saving Mercy by Abby Rhodes. I got this at my library. They give away like books that people don't want anymore, and this is about a guy who, his father was a serial killer, and he was kind of like, he wasn't supposed to be born or something, and he's like a profiler he's like a private profiler. They hire him for cases, and he's able to rebuild the crime in his head because of like his genetics with his father or something like that. So he's kind of like, I don't know, he's supposed to be like an evil good character, which seemed really interesting, and it's kind of short, so I'm hoping to get through this. And the tagline on the front is "Death, Love, It's in the Blood." So it seems really good. I actually read like to chapter 2, but I didn't continue because I started reading the library book that I had. The next book is a continuation from my October TBR. It's How to Hang a Witch by Adriana Mather. This I feel like has been on my TBR for like 10 years and I just never got to it. October is really busy, and like I said in my October wrap up, my reading month was I feel like my reading month isn't really good until I get to the springtime, and then after my APs in May, then the whole summer I'm really good with reading. But this book follows a girl whose father started the Salem witch trials, and she's going back to Salem to live, so it's kind of about her like not fitting in there because no one likes her. But it seems really interesting. Should have read this on Halloween, but I didn't. The next book I have to read, and it's Roombinder by Alex R. Kaller. This I have to review. It was out November 14th, 2017, and I just never picked it up. But I've been hearing really good things about it. It's been getting just a lot of like info out on BookTube. There's a lot of booktubers that have showed this recently in their videos, but this is very mythical. It kind of seems like the Shannara Chronicles to me, if you guys know that, but it's, I think it's LGBTQ+, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but there's that in there. He's a hunter, there's necromancy, there's, I think, demons. Yeah, it's very corrupt and all that. It seems really good. Harley Quinn sent this to me to review back a while ago, and I never did. So I'm hoping to do that because this book is out like the second week of November, so I gotta get to it soon. The next book that I have that I'm super excited to have is There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. This will be in my birthday book haul, so you're seeing a little sneak peek. But I got a, what is it called? Like, not a chapter sampler, but like a book sampler of this at BookCon, and it's half the book, so it left it obviously with a cliffhanger. And I've been seeing like a lot of mixed reviews about it, but I feel like the people that have read it and have said the mixed reviews, they just don't understand that it's Stephanie Perkins. She's writing funny. It's not supposed to be that scary, and it's supposed to be a cheesy slasher. That's what it's supposed to be, and people aren't realizing that, and I think that's why this book's getting a lot of bad ratings. But if you do see that, just know Stephanie Perkins normally writes lovey-dovey books, and this book, it's supposed to be a cheesy slasher teen film book, and it's not supposed to be that scary. So I don't know why people are bashing this book. I'm just very disappointed with the book community with that. But this book, all I know, it's kind of like a slasher. This one girl, I think students in our high school end up going missing or going dead, and they are found in like different areas of the high school or their homes in different, I guess, dead ways, I guess, how they're killed. That made no sense. Sorry if you guys don't understand that, but she starts getting stalked and things are kind of changing in her house, so I'm very excited to finish reading it. I don't actually remember a lot of it when I read it because I read it back in BookCon, which was June, so I'm very excited to get into this book, and I'll probably be picking this up next, I'm thinking. The next book I have is My Lucky Catch by C.M. DePorto. This is the 6th book in the University Park series. I actually have 1 through 4 on my Kindle, so that's why I've never showed you guys those. I read this back in like 2014, 2015 when they first came out, and I absolutely love them. They're new adult football college romance, and it's kind of like a trilogy, and then the 5th book is in the main guy Raven, his perspective, so I kind of just didn't want to read that. But this one I bought just because I don't really have a lot of new adult romances that I own, so I kind of wanted to build up my collection. And it's a baseball romance, if you guys can't see that, so I'm very excited to read it. And this is a standalone, but it's saying it's recommended to read the whole series. I don't really know the entirety of what it's about, but it's baseball, guys. If you like baseball, read it. And the last book I'm super excited that I finally have is Do Not Disturb by Era Tour. If you guys have not seen my videos, I read The Girl in 6E in October and I absolutely loved it. This was the first book in this trilogy. So good, so dark, and I just loved it. It was such a good book and I couldn't put it down. So this is the second book and I'm very excited to read more about the main character and see her struggles and if she's going to go out in the outside world with this. So yeah. So that's it for my November TBR. I don't really know what's happening this month. I'm planning to stick to these books though. I don't think I'm going to go off my path unless I just get a book in the mail or like I really like something. But yeah, that's it. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know down below and just comment what you guys are doing this month. But thank you guys. Bye!